everyone, it's Jessica. I'm trying to vary my intro because last time I did it, I like blacked out and said it and was like, wait, have I done? I have said it the same way since forever. I literally was going back and watching old videos of mine and I was like, I have not changed a thing about the way that I start my videos. And I'm like, other than saying ring the bell, because that's new. Anyway, let's get into this video. We are gonna do a Sephora haul. I'm gonna put it on my face. I don't have like a full face or anything. I just have a lot of new products that I wanted to try. I might pull in a few things that I didn't necessarily buy, but ones that I've just been wanting to try. I have so much new in right now and so much new to try. I'm trying to like breathe because I'm excited to try it all, but I'm like, I want to share all of this with you. So I'm going to be splitting it up into many different videos as I have been, but we were in Chicago a little while ago, maybe a week and a half ago at this point, and we stopped at a Sephora and Tyler went to another store and I just had a ball. I was in there for like an hour and a half. So this is what's left of the Sephora stuff I haven't shown you. I also bought a bunch of stuff from Fenty, but I've already done a video on all of that. I will link below where I put it all on my face, tried it all, including the new Fenty concealer, shared my thoughts with you guys, and did some check-ins. So if you're interested in that video, I'll link it below. Since I've already devoted an entire video to that Fenty stuff, I figured I'm not gonna show it in this video. It's kind of redundant at this point. So I wanted to share with you everything else that I bought. I repurchased some things I've tried in the past to try again, etc. So I spent an embarrassing amount of money, and y'all are gonna make fun of my shade choice in one of these foundations. I don't know how I chose this shade. You're gonna die when you see it. But I took your guys' advice. You're gonna see what I mean. So, where to begin? Oh, I bought a few new brushes. I wanna show you those first because I'm gonna use some of them obviously in this video. So, I bought some Sephora collection brushes. I already love so many. And again, I've mentioned that in my favorite makeup brushes video I just put up on my channel a little while ago. I have about 4 or 5 from this brand that I love. So the first one I grabbed was the Pro Angle Diffuser number 60 from the Sephora Pro collection. And the packaging of this is so funny because it's like a little straight jacket, little plastic straight jacket. Anyway, I was very intrigued by this. I thought, oh, Jessie girl, you're gonna wanna use that. Is that too bright? That might be too bright, hold on. This is the softest, most like perfectly like diffused kind of a brush, and I really wanna try this with like my cream, like my Flower blush balm that I love. I feel like that would be amazing. Cream highlight would be amazing. Maybe that's a little too big for that. Maybe cream blush, like it's so soft. I could do it with foundation, and I think that's probably how it's meant to be used. We'll see, maybe I will, but I'm really excited about that. Very excited. Some of the Sephora brushes can be kind of pricey. Let's be real. By the way, while I'm opening these, this hoodie is from H&M, and y'all, it's got little Mickeys on it. You guys know how much I love Disney. I want to say like 25 or 30 bucks. I'll see if I can find it online, but I love it so much. We're going to Disney very soon again. We're annual pass holders and we go a lot. I get asked a lot why we go. My husband's a travel agent and he mostly specializes in Disney. There you go. So when there's new stuff, new restaurants to try, you know, all those kinds of things, he needs to know about them. So we go, and it's a tax deduction for him. It's enjoyment for me. It's a win-win. We're bringing Gigi with us. All right, next brush is the Pro Core Diffuser number 94. This one, I didn't know, I mean, I figured I'd use it for foundation. It's so soft. Again, this one's way denser than this diffuser one. So I'm excited to try that. And then I also got this one. This is their shader brush number 18. I was wanting a new shader brush to recommend to you guys, so I figured I would give this a try and see if I like it, because I feel like I always talk about the same brushes, and I'm like, I want to broaden my horizons a bit by using a brand I already love. But this is certainly more readily available, but I thought this would be really nice for really detailed work if I wanted, but also like under the lash line, on the lower lash line, etc. So really excited to give these a try today. I bought a lot of foundations. You guys were making fun of me because you're like, Jessica, you don't have a warm toned skin tone. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know guys, but I swear to you, when I'm in store and I'm swatching them, I'm like, this matches. And then I get home, I'm like, no, it doesn't, not even close. Well, this is perfect evidence of that because you guys were like, Jessica, you're paler than you think. I'm like, okay, fine. So I went paler than I think. And I swear to you, when I swatched this in the store, I thought, yeah, I grabbed this. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. I know that Beauty by Emily Fox loves this. It's certainly more full coverage than I like, but I remembered trying it and really liking it. I just can't find my shade. This one's not it. I think this is the lightest shade. And this is number 90. And I kind of swatched it on my hand. I'm like, ooh, it's not warm toned, like perfect. But look what happens. Look how light that is. So I'm gonna have to exchange it, and I'm gonna let them color match me themselves. Fine, I give in. I mean, I could blend it in and I think it would work, but I don't know. For something that is a little bit more full coverage, I'm like, this is not it. But like I said, I think I'll just go and exchange it for the right shade. I'm an idiot. I repurchased the NARS Sheer Glow. Listen, I bought this back when I didn't really like sheer glowy foundations, hence the name Sheer Glow. I didn't. I mean, I liked more full coverage, which is funny because my skin was even better back then. I think my skin's more even toned now, but I mean, obviously my skin was more youthful back then. I guess that's what I'm saying. So I am excited to try this again. They launched a bunch of new shades, or at least that's what the little end cap was saying. So I got light 2.5, which is Yukon, and I think it's pretty close. There was definitely some more yellow tone shades, but kind of looking at this, I think that's pretty close. I know you guys are so proud of me. I'm proud of me too. But I also picked up the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation Fluid. It says shake well. I got it in the shade Supernatural, which I think is one of the lightest shades. They don't have a huge shade range in this, and I've also heard this is insanely dewy, and I'm like, sounds good. But I've also heard people say, no, this is too dewy. So, see, look how different those shades are though. But I feel like this one could work for me too. Blend it in. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna try. I don't know which one I'm gonna try. I should just mix them. I need to get these off of my face. And I'm just so curious about this insane dewiness. And if it looks crazy, I'm not really going anywhere today. It's my birthday, I know. But we celebrated my birthday last weekend by going downtown, and it was so much fun. And we stayed at a hotel, and my parents watched Gigi. But we've already done that. So tonight I told Tyler for my birthday, I literally just want to watch a movie. I want to order the most delicious, greasiest pizza, and then I want to get a bubble bath afterwards. That is what I want. Doesn't that sound amazing? So I could put this on, but now I'm like, I really am dying to try this NARS Sheer Glow. But I did buy a sort of primer that I think would be too much with the Josie Maran. So I want to try this, so I think I'm going to do it with the NARS. So this is the Josie Maran Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balm. I was just wandering and looking at a bunch of Josie Maran products because there used to be a day where I tried quite a bit of it and I really liked it, and then I just kind of forgot about the brand. Do you guys feel like that about certain brands? That's how I feel about this. I thought the packaging was absolutely gorgeous. So it says it's a finishing balm, but I want to read to you what it said. The first ever anti-aging skincare finisher and makeup primer in one. This creamy whipped lightweight formula finishes both your skincare and makeup routine. Well, how can it finish your makeup routine? For a smooth, long-lasting, radiant glow, makeup glides on seamlessly while the subtle glow awakens the complexion and softly sculpts the face with luminous light. Formulated with natural anti-aging powerhouse ingredients that instantly hydrate, plump, and smooth. Okay, so you can see why I was like, tell me more. So I already wiped it off. I'd already sprayed my face with my Pharmacy Skin Dew that I love, and that kind of adds a little bit of moisture to the face. I didn't realize how much it adds because I didn't put on like an oil or anything. But I want to give this a try. So it doesn't really have a noticeable smell. It really is like this kind of whipped formula. Oh, it's thicker than you think. Like I can't just dig into it. Does that make sense? I'd have to really get like a spatula. So I'm gonna get about that much, and we're just gonna kind of, I feel like my skin's super hydrated, so I don't feel like I need to put on a whole moisturizer. It definitely feels like moisturizer-like, but it's stickier than you'd think, which is not a bad thing. Obviously, if you're trying to use it as like kind of a primer. Let me get a little bit out here where I tend to be a little bit textured and dry. It feels nice though, and it's already kind of drying down, so it's not quite as tacky, but it feels like a great moisturizer, which is wonderful because I feel like a lot of us struggle with like, when you're trying to do at least some skincare before doing your makeup, you're like, so then what order? Wait, hold on. You know, you're like, okay, if I'm doing like a spray, do I do that first, then moisturizer? The way I typically do it, and it changes, I swear to you, every day, I usually will do like some kind of essence or toner spray. And then I will do a serum, a day serum. So like I really like my Drunk Elephant Seafoam a day serum, or that's when I would go in with my May Love, the Glow Maker. That one's way cheaper, and it's honestly, they're very similar, and I'm gonna repurchase the May Love one. But then I put that on, then I would follow it with the moisturizer, and then I would put an SPF on top of that. I don't know what's technically correct. Are you supposed to put the SPF under it? Maybe. But that's just the order I've been doing it. It's been working. Sometimes I'll take the moisturizer out and only put my SPF on because that is also a moisturizer, the one I use. But it feels good. So it's kind of sank in. I don't feel like it's super glowy, do you? I was like worried this would be like crazy glowy. It's really not. But I like it. So I'm excited to give this a try more. I think I need to use maybe a little spatula because as I'm digging my finger in that more and more, I'm like, I could see this lasting a while and that getting really gross really quickly. So I want to go with the NARS Sheer Glow. I don't understand why they don't have this with the pump. The NARS new Radiant foundation, which is like on its way to me now and I'll be trying soon. It does have a pump. So I'm like, can we get a pump for the Sheer Glow? I'm so confused. So since this is more sheer, I'm going to try the Sephora number 60 brush and just kind of use that. So it spreads really easily. That was pretty easy. Again, I think it is a little, maybe too orange on my skin tone. I need to go a shade down. I'm just gonna let the Sephora girls shade match me. They were all busy when I was looking. It was pretty busy the day I was there. I guess it was a weekend. So I don't know, I just didn't do it. I just figured I can do this. Turns out I cannot. The lights in Sephora are crazy though. Do you guys feel that way? Yeah, I feel like you can kind of see a line. But the finish of this is interesting. It definitely is more sheer. And I'm loving the way this brush is performing a lot. And the foundation blends in really quickly. I mean, I feel like there are some foundations like that take, even though they're supposed to be like lighter, more sheer coverage, they take forever to blend in. They're weird to get blended in. Like there's the YSL Touche Eclat, like, hold on, I have it. I feel like the YSL Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow, I know a lot of people like this. I don't hate it, but it takes a while to blend in. It's a really weird consistency, whereas I feel like the Sheer Glow is just a little easier to get going. I like that you can still see my skin through it though. I like the finish of it. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like, let me grab a moist sponge, because I feel like I always have trouble right there with texture. Like I feel like I have like a freckle right there and it just kind of catches things weird, I feel like. I guess it's more of a mole. And I just feel like it catches things weird, so then it can look even more textured. So I'm curious to try this again with just the sponge because I feel like sponges do sheer things out. So I feel like this would be even more sheer. But they also are great for kind of making things look a little bit less textured. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't feel like this glowy finishing balm is enough for my skin. Like I feel like I should have done a more hydrating primer under this, because even though it is glowy, I do see areas where I feel like I've got a little bit of dry skin that I can't, like if I had one of my favorite hydrating primers underneath it, I probably wouldn't have that problem. So again, I'll keep playing with this. I always do updates and this will be no exception. But I'm liking the way it looks. I'm excited to try it more with some other stuff. So I wouldn't say this is something you need to run out and buy unless you need something that's quick, that's got medium, probably max medium coverage. Like this is light, but you could build it to have a little bit more of like a medium coverage. So I didn't buy these, but I'm gonna use them because honestly, they've been like on my list to try and I've been like waiting to try them. These are the coverFX Power Play concealers. They sent me a bunch a long time ago. I'm gonna go with this shade Light 2. You know, it's so funny because this is one of those launches that I feel like when it came out, a bunch of people were talking about because we were sent it in PR, and then radio silence. And that's such a trend, obviously on YouTube, especially we're reviewing products. We get so much in, we buy so much, we're going through it. It's hard to use the same products over and over and over again. And of course, we're using products off camera when we're getting ready and not filming that you might not know about or see. It's like on the weekends or whatever. So I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's so hard to always talk about every product we're loving. I'm gonna kind of blend this with my finger first and kind of spread it the way I want it, warm it up with my finger. Anyway, long story short, It's not a bad shade match. I mean, concealer is so much easier because you can do it, you know, so many different shades lighter and it's fine, you know. I don't remember the claims on this. Boy, that blended in fast though. If you're in a hurry, boom, that was like incredibly, I didn't even need to speed that up. The applicator's weird, but I don't hate it. It's a doe foot, but it's like rounded all around. And I feel like this is one of those releases that just got shoved under the rug because so many other things came out. I mean, that's the world we're in right now, but it's the truth. And so I'm excited to give this some love and give it a try and see how I like it. Have you guys tried this one? You have? What'd you think? I'm just kidding. It's like those kid shows. Do you see the map? What if the kid didn't say anything? They're gonna know you're a fraud. I think the shade is pretty good for me. I might throw a little on my nose because I feel like that sheer glow, ooh, that's plenty. I feel like that sheer glow doesn't quite cover the way I need it to. So it definitely creases a bit. I will set it here in a second, but I think it's got medium coverage. It's obviously not crazy high coverage. You can still see a little bit of darkness. Again, I'm not a huge fan of super thick, high coverage concealers. All right, so the claims for this is it's a long wearing, crease proof concealer with weightless, full coverage that instantly conceals dark circles and any imperfections while blurring fine lines, providing next level pollution defense. I actually am quite a fan of like coverFX primers. I love Cover. I need to buy a new one. I loved their calming primer. Oh my gosh, I need to buy that again. And I feel like they launched a couple new ones and I'm like, I want them all. So, and I also like the coverFX setting spray. So I feel like they do really a pretty good job on face products. So I don't think this is crease proof, but I feel like I've just got those crinkles, those under eye crinkles that just won't quit. So if you have perfect under eyes, I'm sure it won't crease, but pooh, it creases on mine. I like it though. I mean, this is the kind of a concealer I like where, again, it's easy to blend in, it's quick, that's huge. Because if you're dealing with a concealer that you're constantly blending, I'm like, I wish I had that kind of time, but I don't. Also, I'm very impatient. It won't work. I am really excited. I purchased this. You guys know I am a YouTube video consumer, just like you guys are. I watch so many YouTube videos. I have so many favorites. And this was inspired by Ashley Clady here on YouTube. I love her. She's like the smiliest. I'll link her channel below. She mentioned this in some video and I was like, I need to have that. And I haven't felt that way about a face palette in years. But the way she described it, I was like, that sounds like it's perfect for me. It's the Cali Contour Kit from Smashbox. I also feel like I haven't bought much from Smashbox. I'm not on their PR list. I think I used to be. I think they took me off. I don't know why though. I don't think did I speak that, but oh well. Anyway, I was excited to buy this. This has a contour shade. It has a bronzer shade. It has a highlight and then kind of a shimmery bronze. And then it's got like this kind of light yellow tone banana powder and then this gorgeous shade of blush. Now this is, I don't know if this is intentionally made for lighter skin tones, but it certainly gives me that vibe. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think it was like a different shade. It's just they're calling it the Cali Contour and it's definitely looks like it's geared towards lighter skin tones. So I'm excited to give this a try, but I feel like I need to do my brows and powder my face first. But before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye with this banana powder. Banana powders aren't ideal for a lot of skin tones like mine, but for the sake of the video, I just want to kind of set those crinkles there. It does have a brightening effect. You can kind of see it. So let me just go ahead and go on in and just do this full on, just so you can kind of get an idea. Yeah, it's definitely brightening, which is nice. I don't think this is exactly right for my skin tone. It's not terrible, but you can see how much brighter it is there. But again, it definitely adds a little bit of texture. So if you're really wanting to avoid that, you might not love it. It is what it is. Looks great from far away. Well, y'all aren't gonna believe this. I didn't record, so I've already done half my face. Dang it! Oh, this can't be how my birthday's going. So let me at least share with you my thoughts of what else I put on. I'm not totally done. I need to do my mascara and finish my liner, but I figured I can kind of talk you through what I use. So I used the contour and bronzer there. And I did notice it was a little bit more difficult to blend the bronzer shade. And so I want to play with it some more using maybe different setting powders. I did set my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, but that's not one of those powders I use if I'm really doing like a crazy look. And I meant for this look to be a little more subtle than it is, because this was a little bit more punchy than I thought. So then for the highlight, I used this highlighter here, and it is pretty. It's a little deeper than I typically go. Again, these aren't swatching like crazy pigmented, But like I said, I want to play with these a little bit more. There's the contour and the bronzer. Kind of get better at using these because I think it needs a better setting powder under it, at least nothing sticky, because you can even see, even with me blending it some more, that the bronzer has kind of stayed in place. So then I ended up using the white coverFX concealer as my eye primer. It's super white, super white. I'm curious to see how it holds on to shadow throughout the day. However, it's almost too white. Like, I don't know that I'm gonna use this again that way. Because it took a little bit longer to blend out, more so than like if I'm gonna use a concealer, I'm gonna use like a potted concealer. It's a little bit thicker. I don't think I love this for a primer. I just figured I would try it. But then I use this for my eyeshadow. So I actually set that primer with this banana shade, and then I went in with the contour shade all through my crease, and then put this kind of shimmery bronze shade on the lid. Not my favorite look ever, but it was fine. And then I used the contour shade on my lower lash line as well. So I'm throwing on some liner really fast, and some mascara. So I will come right back and we'll talk about, I also have some lip products I tried. Oh, before I forget, I also put on this Lancome blush. So this is their blush Subtil. It doesn't swatch like crazy, but I prefer blushes like this that don't swatch super pigmentedly. That's not a word. Because I just feel like they're easier to work with. This was such a pretty, the shade is called Aplum, and it's a really pretty kind of wintry plum shade that I think works for lighter skin tone. So I have it on my cheeks now. I think, again, you still have to use a lighter hand because this is one of those shades that it can look really harsh if you have a lighter skin tone, because it isn't necessarily a natural flush kind of a shade if you're my skin tone. So, but I liked it. I've heard these last pretty long throughout the day, so we will see. So as I'm finishing this, I'm just using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. So mad at myself for not filming that. I was filming in my head. I was talking to you guys. There is nothing more frustrating than that. Now I feel like this video is jacked and sucks. Sorry guys, I was trying. But it's one of those things that, you know, I'm trying to stick to more of a schedule with when I film. And I know that I have like a doctor's appointment later this week and just all kinds of stuff that's filling up my week that's kind of taking away filming time. So I know that I want to be able to have enough videos, so I can't really refilm this. I'm sure you understand. I guess so in the end, this video just turned into more of just a traditional haul where I'm not really putting it on my face. I'm just telling you about the new stuff I bought, which is okay too. I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. So while I'm letting this dry, y'all are just gonna have to stare at my really wet face. I wanted to talk about these a little bit more, the two I didn't use. So the Lancome one, from what I remember, it was very high coverage. Very, very high coverage, but I wanted it because I remembered really, really liking it. And again, I just needed to find the right shade. So I felt like this would be the right shade for me, and it is not. So if it is a special occasion, you wanna look really, really nice, really, really flawless, that's the one. Now, does it make my dry skin look absolutely flawless and perfect up close? No, of course not. No, I have not found a full coverage one that does, because that's, you know, think about the nature of that. But I still do like it, especially with hydrating primers underneath. Now, this Josie Maran one, like I said, supposedly it's super dewy. I will show me applying this on camera in another video. I'm planning another one where I'm trying on a bunch of products that have just like PR that's just been sitting in my drawers over there that I've been dying to try. I'm gonna try a whole bunch in a video soon, so stay tuned for that. I think that's how I'll do it. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind and get inspired to do it a different way. But I just figured I would touch on those a little bit more since I feel like I kind of breezed through them. So the lip products I picked out, I've got two of them. So one of them is from Josie Maran, and it's the Argan Lip Sting Plumping Butter. I was so intrigued by this. I loved the packaging. I thought it was really, really cute. But I think that, yeah, it says infused with 100% pure argan oil, this plumping lip butter nourishes, conditions, soothes, and volumizes lips. This proprietary, immediate and long-term lip plumping complex, I give up. Supposedly it visibly, like truly plumps your lips. So the packaging is really, really pretty. It's a really pretty, just kind of nude shade. Let's see. I can't say I've ever used like a lipsticky thing that's supposed to be plumping. I feel like it's always in gloss form, you know? The shade is like exactly my lip shade. Not even like my lips, but better. It's just my lips. It feels like a really thin chapstick. I can't explain it. It's not fun to put on. Like that didn't feel good to put on, but I'm starting to feel it. I like the shade though. Like, I cannot complain. Kind of got to pull on your lips to apply it that way, but once it's on, it's very thin, kind of feels like chapstick, but I'm starting to feel, it doesn't feel like a tingle. This is one of those great ones to throw on if you want to look put together, but you don't want to line your lips, you don't want it to be glossy, you know what I mean? I want to show you something I do all the time. When I feel like everything just looks too angular on my face, I'll take a favorite powder foundation. This is really bad for the powder, so I'm just letting you know now, but I get a little bit on a moist sponge and I just tap it on that area and it instantly kind of, it'll tone down highlight, tone down the color, add a little bit of coverage. It's one of those tricks that it might be better to do if you have like an inexpensive powder that you don't care if it gets kind of messed up, because it'll get a little bit of hard pan. I'll scrape it off. I know it's bad for the powder, but I do it anyway because the effect is totally worth it. And I just feel like this sheer glow needs a little bit. And I also feel like the glow on my face was too much. I put a lot of that highlighter on and I think it was just too much. Yeah, I can kind of feel it starting to kind of slightly tingle, but it's nothing like what I would feel with like the Buxom lip glosses. That kind of tingle is like way more obvious. This isn't super obvious, but I can definitely tell there's something going on there. So while we're waiting for this plump to happen, I also picked out a Sephora beauty product. It's their Melting Lip Click. I was swatching these in store and I was like, ooh, like they just seem really kind of glossy and comfortable on the lips to wear. I got the shade number 1 Caramel.
Happy
oh
birthday.
my gosh, I'm about to cry. I need windshield wipes. It's really starting to sting. My eyes aren't watering from that. Tyler came in and something sweet happened. You can see it in his vlog whenever it goes up on his channel, Tyler Travels TV. But anyway, so you click the bottom and it's like it's still like a lipstick, if you will, but it comes up a little bit more. And it is like this unbelievably beautiful, glossy lip color. This is not feeling great. This is not feeling good. I don't like the way this feels on my lips. I gotta take it off. I gotta take it off. I don't like it. I don't know that I could wear this. I mean, are my lips bigger? Maybe. I'm not in need of bigger lips in my humble, but I don't like the way this is feeling. So we're gonna put this on now that I've wiped that off. I did not like the way that felt. Oh my gosh. This is exactly what I like. So like I said, I got this in the shade Caramel. Again, kind of on my lips, but better color. I can't get rid of that sting though. Isn't this pretty? What a cool concept. I feel like, was I dreaming about it or did I actually try one? Oh no, it was the LA Girl ones that I tried in my LA Girl video, but those were way more pigmented. This is a lot more like kind of sheer and forgiving. Now the downside is you can't click it down, so only click up what you need because you are stuck with it. But this, ooh. So those are all of the new products I am trying from Sephora. I'm sorry this video ended up being like so like scattered and not really a try on one at all because I didn't freaking film it. I'm so mad at myself. It is what it is, Jessica. Let it go, move on. But I hope that it was still helpful or at least enjoyable for you if you want to see more try-on hauls done correctly. I hope that you'll stick around and subscribe and catch maybe some of my older videos. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.